Hello, welcome to a My Mini Maths video tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting multiples of 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000 and other powers of 10. This video can also be used in support of understanding of the arithmetic target question 31. So as with all addition and subtraction questions, it's all about place value and the correct positioning of the values in the correct columns. So let's have a look at a few examples. So addition to begin with. So if I take 600 plus 40,000, okay, and if I place that into a calculation, so it doesn't matter about the order at all for addition, but I would generally put the larger value at the top. Okay, and when we look at our columns, we have our units, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands and our 10,000s. Also, this continues all the way through to millions. Okay, so we take the 600 next, making sure the 6 is going into the hundreds to maintain that value, and then we're going to add them together. Now, of course, lots of people will be comfortable in adding these up mentally in their head, that's fine, but we're just looking at the structure of the values and how they do add and subtract. So we have 0 units, 0 tens. This is the part of the values which has an impact. So we have 600s, 0 thousands, and then 4 10,000s for a final answer of 40,600. And next we're on to a subtraction example. So if I take 20,000, making sure I have the correct number of zeros, subtract 90. Okay, so again, people may be comfortable to subtract 100 in their head and then add the 10 back on. That's certainly a good option for you. Now, putting them into columns is actually probably more complicated, but what it does do is it shows us what's happening with the values. So we're going to subtract this 90. Okay, now lots of zeros going on, so be careful. So 0, take away 0 in the units column gives us 0. Now we've got 0 tens, take away 9, and obviously we can't do that, so we're going to have to move our way along the value. Okay, the zeros haven't got anything to offer us, but the 2 certainly has, so that becomes a 1. And don't forget, this is good practice for borrowing, so only ever borrow one column at a time. So I'm going to borrow from the 10 to make it a 9 and bring it back, borrow from the 10 again, make it a 9 and bring it back. Then I'm left with 10 minus 9 tens, which is a single 10. We've got 9 take away nothing, which is 9. 9 take away nothing, which is 9, and 1 take away nothing, which is 1, for a final answer of 19,910. And again, don't be afraid to do this in your head. You may want to subtract 100 and then add the 10 back on to make it a 90. And finally, we can look at some missing values. So let's have a look at this one. We've got a missing number. Add 400 gives us 9,400 altogether. So I always think it's good with missing values to treat this as like a jigsaw and different pieces of this jigsaw to complete the jigsaw. So let's have a look. We've got the 400 here, which is this part of the 9,400, and then we're missing this part, which is the 9, and it's not a 9, it's 9,000. And that's our missing value in here. And when we read it back to ourselves, 9,000 plus 400 gives us 9,400 in total. And finally, looking at a missing value with subtraction. So if I take 30,000, I'm subtracting a missing value, an unknown value, and it gives me 22,000 at the end. So let's use a bar for this, very useful for subtractions. So the whole bar is worth 30,000. Okay, we're going to take away an unknown value here, and it's going to leave us with 22,000. Now, as we can see from the bar, if we piece the jigsaw together, we can see that if we take our 30,000, if I subtract the 22,000 away from the 30,000, it will leave us with our missing value here. So again, probably most people will be very comfortable to do this in their heads. 30 take away 22 leaves us with 8. And don't forget the zeros to give it its proper value of 8,000. So our missing value in here is 8,000. And don't forget to read it back to yourselves. So 30,000 take away 8,000 leaves us with 22,000, and everything fits together nicely. Okay, that's everything for today. Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe to the My Mini Maths video tutorials on our YouTube channel, where you can get all the latest news, updates and videos. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care.